Hello and welcome back to the Drake Stormcloud channel. I am sorry for the late start. I wanted to start on time. I really did. It's just things got a little chaotic right beforehand. And I am sorry for that. And today I'm giving you a longer stream, both of Final Fantasy XIV and then later Final Fantasy III. Because I actually accidentally found the castle catacombs while exploring the sea bottom. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Because there's supposed to be some kind of treasure down there, and then we will go to the ancient ruins and acquire the airship that can go over mountains. Then we'll finally be able to get a weapon for Dark Knight, I believe. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right on in to Final Fantasy XIV. When last we left off, we had reached a very high level of White Mage, so I went to Scholar. Still a healer. And our random minion of the day will be our very first minion. When last we left off, we had finally defeated Nidhogg, but had learned some interesting news. Nidhogg has already been bested once, both of its eyes removed, but for some reason, it still had an eye, a source of dragon's power, when we encountered it. So, why is that? And what truths lie ahead for us? Time to go to Trasvalgar and find out, isn't it? But first, to discuss things with Estinian, who may or may not be at the point where he's no longer a jerk. With Nidhogg fallen, none save Frostvelga remains to answer our questions. Let us trouble the worm again. And if Iceheart yet lingers at Zenith, all the better. I would have her hear the truth from the dragon's maw. Alright, we got our unicorn mount as we rush back to Zenith with enemies that actually target us now. Because Scholar is level 55. Not nearly as high as White Mage, which is now at 70. Where is Zenith? Oh, Zenith is over there. Okay. Alright. Let's just keep going around you. Okay. Oh, that just goes down. Okay. Honestly, I'm nearly at the point where I just want to teleport to it, but I want to save Gil. Alright, let's just rush through because we are fast enough to avoid them on this. You'll also notice I no longer have the experience buffer. I still have the one from the new server and all that. It's just I don't have the one from spending time around a crystal, an aetheryte. This is because, well, I hadn't been around it, and while off stream, I stayed in the same location and was doing some dungeon assists. Or supports, that's what it's called. In order to level up my other classes and jobs. That way, no matter what one I do after Bard, I will be able to get right to the job quests. I also equipped the Archmage title that I had. Repair gear. And random mount again. This time we're in our mech. All of these moguls. Alright. Forearms up and around. Up here. And here we are. At Zenith. So what we do is we go up and around here. And up here. And then up here. Yep. I'm not lost. "'Twas you, was it not? The furious screams of the dragons carried far. You have slain Nidhogg. What more could you desire of this place, or from this place? Will you not allow Svelgard to mourn the death of his own kin in peace? Spare us your sanctimonious judgment, Ice Maiden. We have a gift for the Great Worm, and a mystery that we can no longer lie, or that can no longer lie buried. Lady Iceheart, the Dragon Song War has all but consumed your life and claimed many of your followers. 'Tis time you learned the truth of its beginning, the whole truth, that we may at last bring this bitter conflict to an end." Sound the horn, warrior of light. So, Estinian is keen to see this conflict come to an end and learn the truth. Impudent mortals, ever seeking to bury old wrongs under new. I did since the moment of Nidhogg's demise.
You mean the moment I prized your eye from his head?
Twould seem thou hast uncovered my secret. Aye, unto the blinded Nidhogg did I yield one half of my strength. Another vision. Nidhogg, what hath befallen thee? We are undone by covetous mortals. They did take Ratoskar's eyes and glut their appetite upon her essence. She is slain then? What madness hath unmade our peaceful accord? Did I not warn thee, brood brother? They have ever been untrustworthy creatures, these short-lived Elsians. Elsian. But, gotta wait for them to finish. But thou wert enchanted by thy mortal maid. Thy folly hath cost Ratoska her life, and me mine eyes. O my beloved Shiva, how swiftly are thy kin made bestial by their appetites. Rosvelgar, 'twas truly, or 'twas thy blindness that did invite disaster into our lands. Surrender thine eye to me, and let that be thy penance. Nidhogg. They bested me once, but I was reckless. I shall need but a single eye to inflict enduring torment upon these traitors and every child in their line. Yield to me thy strength, brood brother. Alright, so it's more like he was coerced into giving the eye up rather than giving it to him. But at the same time knew he would hunger for revenge. My vengeance is begun! And that is how the Dragon Song War truly began. Hast thou, or thou hast borne witness to a scene from my past.
It was yours. Your strength that sustained Nidhogg all these years.
Would that Haldrath had dealt the worm a killing blow.
Okay, yeah, it is muted. Alright. Just had to make sure. When my brood brother did appear before me, bloodied and blinded, his life was all but spent. He demanded half my vigor that he might exact his revenge upon the mortals who had wronged us.
And so you acquiesced. You surrendered your eye to Nidhogg, knowing full well the suffering he would inflict.
The peace my beloved had so dearly desired had been shattered by her own kin. Their treachery claimed my brood sister's life and my brood brother's reason. Thinkest thou thy fits of indignation will move me to remorse? Go, mortals. Take your unruly passions and leave this place. Your presence here spilleth naught but misery, or spelleth. Were it not for Shidva's soothing embrace, I would slay you where you stand. Woe betide you should the bond we share ever weaken. Alright, and that was that quest. And the true beginning of the Dragon Song War. Let's hear what Estinian has to say about this. And we'll be getting a hollowed Raymond doublet of healing. That we lifted not a single claw. 'Twould seem that Hrsvelgar weakened his own manner, or wreaked his own manner of vengeance upon us, against us. Oh, is this going to be voiced?
'Twas my life's goal to slay Nidhogg, but I find there is little joy to be had in its accomplishment.
But you have rid the world of a hate-filled creature, and ended a bloody war in so doing.
I lost my family to Nidhogg's flames, and 'twas with fury in my heart that I took up the lance. Every blow I struck in the name of vengeance. We were not so different, he and
I will not judge you for your deeds. I have not the right. Too many innocents have perished in the name of my greater good.
Yet even with all that has passed, the tale is incomplete. We are short a great worm's eye. Of the pair which Haldreth took from Nidhogg, only one is known to us, the one I bear. What then became of the other?
What indeed?
Why did Nidhogg, who had taken such pains to prolong the Dragonsong War, suddenly decide to hurl his entire army against the walls of Ishgard? Lord Commander. Aye. The deed is done. Nidhogg is slain. What? In the city? A battle with whom?
What the what?
At once, Lord Commander. Hold firm till our return. Fighting has broken out in the city. Lord Emmerich was sparse with the particulars, but it seems some commoners threw open the gates to a force of heretics.
What?
I gave no order to attack.
Are we to mark the end of the Dragonsong War by spilling the blood of our own? Mayhap Hraesvelgr was right about us. Let us away, warrior of light. The people must be saved from themselves.
Wait! I would join you! There has been enough violence. I will appeal to my people in the city and make them see reason.
Come then, Lady Iceheart. Let us write the final chapter in this damnable war.
Okay. Here we are at a meeting.
A small army of heretics has invaded the city, Your Eminence. But there is no cause for concern. A sizable contingent of our soldiers is already in place to repel the Dravanian assault. And the intruders will soon find themselves outnumbered and outmatched.
Our plans proceed apace, then?
Yes, Your Eminence. This unrest shall serve to feed the people's fear of the heretics and the dragons both.
And lend renewed fervor to their prayers for deliverance. Very good.
Oh
Grant
no.
our guests what time they need to sow a measure of chaos, then order the Temple Knights to crush them.
Oh no. He's causing them to want to pray for salvation. The way a primal is brought about, the involvement of the Asians. Oh no. Oh no.
Your will be done.
The moment is at hand.
Oh, I knew it. They're going to either try to make the Pope into an Asian or into a primal himself, or they're going to try and summon the Prince as a primal, aren't they?
soon be in alignment. It is time for the Bringer of Light to die.
Well, he accepts it because, well, they're people he trusts. So,
Comrades, sheathe your swords. There is no need for further bloodshed.
My lady!
She is come. Hear me, brothers and sisters! The war is ended! Nidhogg is no more! Aye, it is so! This adventurer and the Azure Dragoon laid the Great Worm low! The endless cycle of violence between man and dragon was born of our forefathers' treachery. You have followed me, bled with me, to bring this truth to light that we might all know peace. But Nidhogg is dead. Nidhogg is dead, my friends! He who bore such hatred towards Ishgard is dead! Let his hatred die with him, I say! Let us sheathe our swords and go in peace!
Have we lost?
No, my friend. Far from it. At long last, the peace for which we have so desperately fought is within our grasp. And I, for one, would not forsake it. Peace?
but how will they turn this against us?
Seize the witch! Let none escape!
Providing aid and succor to the wounded should be our first concern. If the heretics mean to observe the peace, then it would be folly not to do the same.
Very reasonable. And now we're teleported to the Foundation. Oh, we cannot turn this quest in. That is the downside to having specifically done a singular for so long. Let's do this and get some more equipment for level 55. Just going to go through a dungeon raid. Nothing surprising here. All right. Okay, sorry about that. And run. Come on, come on, come on.
Your guard is down.
You have to move. Heal up and keep going. Alright. A dragon heavy area for anyone that jumps in. Okay, and avoid those as we...
Your guard is down.
Here we go.
Know your folly.
Alright, we got through that. Let's check over here. Nope. Okay. No treasure chest there. I'll be picking up every treasure chest we come across here. Alright. Let's just focus on taking the enemies out one by one. Honestly, Scholar seems like an interesting healer overall.
Know your folly.
The Galvanize does seem to have a better effect overall than most of the heals that a White Mage has. But at the same time, it doesn't have as many regen abilities, from what I can tell. And that is, in a little bit of a situation, a problem. But only to a certain degree. All things considered, it is an interesting class, an interesting job, and considering the origins of the Scholar job, as we saw in Final Fantasy III, it's not exactly too far off. Mind you, in the remake of Final Fantasy III, the Scholar job was able to use some magic, if I recall. Alright, we're doing good so far. We'll get our experience locations here soon. With the first one being a Serpentine Rangda. All right.
Know your folly.
Okay. Oh, that was on me. I did not even see it on me. Okay, I'm zooming out some more. Keep bio up on him and keep hitting him. There we go. Okay. This is going good. This is going good. Honestly, this is not too tough a fight yet. All right. Almost there. And there's the treasure coffer for this one. Orthodox Ring of Fending. Alright, we got a tank ring for our trouble. And then we jump down here. This leads us to the fiery area where we'll fight a fire-based enemy. Terrible dragon appears before you. That one. Alright, so we do have some amount of benefit from being near a crystal, and that has finally reached a point where it actually will affect up to the level up, and that is why the bar has turned blue.
Taste my loss.
And there's another treasure coffer there. Alright, there we go. Grab the treasure coffer. Lavender purple dye. Interesting. Alright, yellow dragon for the area. Or of the area. Alright, there. All of them have bio on them. There we go. Dropped a sucker and cleared the area or cleared the path forward. Unleash bio so that they trigger the aggro, which leads our tank to taking action. There we go. There we go. Okay. Alright. We have another treasure coffer over there. Alright. Okay. Grab the treasure coffer, and it is the choker of casting. Okay. Orthodox items do seem to have an interesting look to them, and I will try to gather as many of them as I can as I go. But our main goal here is to get another level so we can continue the main quest. Alright, here we go.
I will end your struggles. I will end your struggles.
We need to get out of that. And the flammable gas. Trigger bio on it. We do not reach our tank from there. Or no, we do not reach our temple banneret from there. No, 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 no. Okay, I need to be here. Oh no, we need to be in here. Okay. There we go. Doing good so far. Doing good so far. Uh-oh. Where's the red gonna be? Okay, that looks like it's a full there, so... Okay. And there we go. No, no, no. Okay, we need to go over here. We need to go over here. Alright, there we go. We are beating this. Okay, there we go. Orthodox Tricone of Striking. The Airy Apex. Alright. This is going good. This is going good. At the end of this, we will be able to take on, or to finish that quest. There we go. The fallen pillar being a bridge. Best roadblock mechanic. I will stand by that. This is also a way to make things a little more complicated as you go. Alright, this is going good. Here we go. Sorry about that. I had to put something there to lessen the sound of me putting my cup down. Alright. Orthodox Ring of Slaying. Okay, and another treasure coffer. Unable to obtain another trigger of casting. Alright, and circle around here. Drop a sucker. And Alright. Alright, they're targeting that. Okay. Drop a sucker. And start healing up the Temple Knight. Alright. Now up here. Alright, let's see. Activate a galvanizing sucker again. Just let them take care of these. There we go. And that opens that way. With no treasure coffers here. The airy apex. Skip the cutscene again. Drop a bio as we head back this way. Alright. Everyone is healed up. And we have a bio on Nidhogg. And we have to stay away from each other and out of this fire. Okay. Drop another bio on him. go. Alright, we have a bunch of minions now. Alright. And galvanize to prevent the KO from rage as much as possible. And then again. Bio and drop some damage. We're doing good, I'd say. That is damage that we didn't need. Oh, no. It was a thing where I had to be at the same spot as them. Okay. And we beat him. And leveled up. Now, we can continue with the main quest. Alright, level 56 character. We'll double check our equipment. Oh, we do have a better book that we can use. Orthodox co-defending. Alright, and now we can continue the main quest. That was rather too close for comfort. But 'twould seem that calm is returning to the streets. My mind, however, yet clamors with 1,000 questions. You return to Ishgard, the oldest, in the oddest company, my friend. Alright, we will have Dragonskin Breeches of Fending next. I confess, I was more than a little dismayed to see you in the company of the Lady Iceheart. Whatever is going on, Kiara? Beg pardon? You traveled to the Churning Mists together, along with Estinian? And never was there a more unlikely alliance, nor one so magnificently effective. Nidhogg is dead, the heretics pacified. Father and Sir Emmerich must know of this. Let us break the news to them together. I will bring Sir Emmerich to Fort Thames Manor. Yes, an excellent suggestion. Very well, Kiara. I shall await you there. All right. Let's go to one of the teleporting Aetherites and take a quick jump on over to the last vigil. That's where it is. Alright. Next. Oh, we have something to give you. Okay.
Praise Halone, you are safe.
Also, I did add a new emote, so go ahead and use that whenever my dog decides to make his presence known. Or whenever you feel like it.
My safety was never in doubt, Father, for I had the Azure Dragoon and the Warrior of Light by my side. We bring the most wonderful tidings.
The infamous Lady Iceheart, here in Ishgard? This is most unexpected.
She has done much to quell the violence. The Inquisition may not approve, but we are glad of her presence.
And with the Great Worm's demise, even our nation's more reactionary elements will have scant grounds to press for her immediate impeachment.
My thoughts exactly.
What of the truth revealed to us by Hraesvelga? That the origins of the Dragonsong War, a core tenet of Ishgardian faith, are quite unlike those depicted in the scriptures.
That men and dragons once lived together in harmony, and that it was man's treachery which shattered the peace and plunged our peoples into war.
Yeah, that.
The same scripture also describes the origins of the High Houses. Were it exposed as false, the legitimacy of our rule would be called into question. If both Highborn and Lowborn can trace their ancestry to Thordan and his Knights 12.
But a single sip of dragon's blood is required to confirm their lineage.
If the Holy See knew of this and chose to remain silent, their crimes are grievous indeed. Regardless, this state of affairs cannot be allowed to continue.
Sir Emmerich, you cannot mean to raise this matter with the Archbishop.
Pray consider what you are proposing. If the Holy See chose to conceal the truth for centuries, what reason would they have to reveal it now?
At best, you will be branded a heretic and clapped in irons.
Then at least the Archbishop will have shown his true colors. My friends, this war will never truly be at an end until the truth is made known. You must see what lies on the horizon if it is not. When ruled by fear of a common enemy, we were united. But now we have none. During the war, the Highborn needed men to lead, and the Lowborn men to follow. Not anymore. 'Tis but a matter of time before the old order is called into question.
This is true.
Lady Iceheart will share the truth with her followers, and the Holy See will be powerless to stop its spread. The disenfranchised will rise up united, and blood will flow in the streets once more.
Yeah.
A divided Ishgard will not survive.
Tread carefully, Lord Commander.
My lady, is it wise to let him go? I sympathize with the Lord Commander's desire for reform, but to approach the Archbishop in this manner bespeaks an idealism to which I did not think Sir Emmerich prone.
Though he comports himself as a realist, he has long dreamt of reform. 'Twas that idealism which first drew me to him, that which made me swear an oath to serve. We must not think of ways to hinder his cause, but rather ways to aid it, even should the Holy See cry heresy.
You cannot mean...
If the Lord Commander does not return from the vault at the appointed hour, I mean to go and fetch him.
Have care, my lady. Your words border on treason. Should they reach the wrong ears, you will be declared an enemy of Ishgard.
That is a risk I am willing to take. Lest you forget, my lord, I am not born of this land. My loyalty is to the Lord Commander alone. But I speak only of what may come to pass. If the rumors regarding his heritage are to be believed, we have naught to fear.
Lies and slander.
Forgive me, what rumors are these?
Oh?
That Sir Emmerich is the Archbishop's bastard son. Senior clergy are not permitted to marry and sire children. But even the holiest among us are not immune to temptation.
I labor to believe it. Sir Emmerich is truly the Archbishop's son.
He has never been publicly acknowledged as such. But the rumors have plagued him since childhood. That he rose to his current position, despite being despised as a bastard and accused of profiting from his father's influence, bespeaks the quality of his character. It is my hope that on this occasion, the burden of his birth will work.
Oh.
Bastard or trueborn, he is our nation's best hope. If the Holy See dares to threaten him, I shall lead the charge against the vault myself.
Okay, Estinian, you have just redeemed yourself completely, except for with the Moogle situation. You need to accept Moogles.
Hear, hear. The future of Ishgard rests on Sir Emmerich's shoulders. I too will do mine utmost to aid his cause.
Orshafon, be reasonable.
A knight lives to serve, Father. To aid those in need. The people need Sir Emmerich more than ever, and we may be his only hope. There is no greater calling for a knight than to save the life of his fellow man. I swear to you, on the sigil of our house, that I shall do this and make you proud.
Even you? Romantic, reckless fools, the lot of you. So be it. Make your preparations.
Well, at least he's not against us.
I thank you all for your support.
Though your assistance is most welcome, I fear it will not be enough. Few as we are, we will struggle to reach the Lord Commander. If we are to succeed, we must needs recruit others to our cause. Alright, and we're getting the things of fending because tank is our secondary role. That is what I'm deciding. Ah, here we are. Healing. Healing pants. Alright. But how are we to carry out this bold endeavor? Oh, even with an army of knights at our back, a direct assault on the vault seems unlikely to succeed. You are correct, Master Elphanod. Not even the assembled might of House Fortems and the Temple Knights would be sufficient. With the support of another party, however, we may yet stand a chance. You speak of one of the other high houses? Precisely the opposite. I speak of the revolutionaries rumored to reside in the Broom. 'Twas these disgruntled guardians who opened the gates of our city to the heretics, I believe. But of course, if their hatred for the Holy See drove them to such deeds, they might well be persuaded to assist in Sir Emmerich's rescue. Knowing the truth he would lay bare. Such is my hope, Master Alphinaud, and I would have you and Kiara reach out to them. As a Temple Knight and sworn servant of the Holy See, any overtures I make are doomed to fail. But as outsiders, the two of you may receive a warmer welcome. Very well. We shall seek out the leader of these revolutionaries and make our case. My thanks. Estinian, will your brothers heed your command if you order them to stand aside? The dragoons have no love for politics, my lady. They will gladly watch and wait while the high-born fight amongst themselves. How very wise. How very wise. Kiara, we should have hurried to the Forgotten Knight. Tataru may have knowledge of the revolutionaries. All right. Wait. Um. There we go. Kiara, Elfina! Gods, I've been worried sick. It's so good to see you. And you, Tataru. How did you manage to escape the chaos in the streets? Gillibrand and the others blockaded the doors until the heretics left. No one was harmed, thankfully. But what about you two? What came of your journey? You're not serious. What was Sir Emmerich thinking? I mean, the way you two talk about him, I wouldn't have believed. Anyway, I've heard rumors of the people you're looking for, but I doubt they'll be of much use. The only thing I can say with certainty is that they're led by someone called the Mongrel. A strange moniker if I ever heard one, but mayhap will make the individual in question easier to find. Come, let us all make inquiries below. All right. All right, we're just going to drop down here to get to you. I don't know a goddamn thing about the mongrel. But if I did, you can be sure I wouldn't tell you. What's that? Speak up. I can't hear as well as I used to. All right. A mongrel? Not sure I catch your meaning. To a blue blood, we're all of us now down here. Alright, let's talk to our friends. Not a single shred of information. Just as I expected, these revolutionaries would not have evaded capture for so long without the masses' complicity. Still, it is good to know that Tataru's ears are as sharp as ever. Healing. And then we'll get the curious offending. Frustrating though it may be, we must press on. While I continue speaking with the people of Broom, why don't you go and see if Gillibrand knows aught of value? As the proprietor of the Forgotten Knight, he must surely have heard whisper of the mongrel before. We can only hope that he will be more forthcoming than the others. All right. Okay. You know, people long for a sympathetic ear, but they need to know what it comes, or that it comes with tight lips. Discretion, Kiara. That's what my customers expect. If they don't get it, then I don't get them. That being said, I'm not without my sympathies. I've heard the tales, and I know you've done right by the highborn and lowborn alike. Least I can do is point you in the right direction, but to do that I need you to do something for me. So happens there's a hunter up in Crozar who owes me a fair bit of coin. However, I have agreed to accept payment in fresh herbs. Go and get them for me. Agreed? Alright, so we go to Crozar. If I recall, that is in fact the floating island. which means I need to get to the Chocobo stables. So I teleport here and go to the Chocobos. Higher Falcons. Wait. Oh, you can't take that one to the floating island. Just to Falcon's Nest. You need to go to the airship landing. Wait. Is that a story one marked? Oh, so we're just picking them up. They're already delivered and we don't have... Oh! The Jeweled Crozier. You are Gibbelron's errand girl? Good, good. How's he doing? Same as always? Right. Any road. I hope he appreciates how much trouble I had to go through on account of his bloody herbs. Tell him to enjoy 'em while they last, 'cause I doubt I'll be able to find any more next year. All right. All right. We're doing pretty good so far. We got the herbs needed and going back to the tavern and delivering them will be pointed in the direction of the revolutionary leader known as the Mongrel. Sniff, sniff. Well, I see you. Well, you going to hand him over or not? Aye, this ought to do it. With a few other spices, I can make it just like she used to. There are a few things which stir the hearts of men, like a sip of mulled wine, share a glass with the right people, and who knows what stories they'll share. Alright, and for that, we're going to get the tank equipment. Now that I think about it, there's a woman I know who's rather fond of this blend. Haritha is her name, and she resides in the Pillars. She's the maidservant of some noble house or another. I forgot. Anyway, be a shame if she didn't get to try this wine. Why not give her a bottle? All right. So we need to go to the Pillars and deliver it to someone of a noble house. This is the Pillars. Oh, she's right by the entrance of the Pillars. Okay. Let's go. Yes, I'm Paranthea. Beg your pardon, but do I know you, miss? I know this smell. This is the wine that girl used to prepare. Her special recipe. It must be decades since I last tasted this. Oh, the poor dear. Such a shame that she was taken in by the Baron. Or by that Baron? Which Baron? He cut a dashing figure, I'll grant you that. Tall, slender, long of ear. But those dazzling ruby's eyes of his were filled with lust. 'Twas not more than infatuation that she felt, but she convinced herself it was love, and he couldn't help but take advantage. But when her belly started to grow, gods, the scandal! I mean, 'tis not an uncommon occurrence, but that it was with a Hure made it so much, well, I needn't tell you. She was discharged from his service, cast out into the streets more like so much refuse. After she returned to the broom, we drifted apart. I only learned of her death years later, by chance. So this child of hers is probably the mongrel, right? Okay. So, the amorous nobleman beds his maidservant, then casts her aside when the seed takes root. Not the most original tale, is it? Cold comfort for the woman and children who live it, though. All right. Even the penitent can appreciate wine from time to time. Take that, for example. Surely you've heard of him, no? He's a monk who offers succor to the poorest of the poor in the broom. A man of many vows, but none which prohibit spirituous beverages. Aye, if ever there was a man who deserved a drink, it'd be him. Okay. Oh, no, he's down there. All right. He's downstairs. And down here. Took a little bit of hurt, but there he is. Helion's blessing upon you, miss. A gift for me. The scent, how reminiscent of a wine once made by a dear old friend. May her soul rest in peace. Forsaken by her family, she toiled tirelessly to feed and clothe her child. Yet somehow she found time to help me tend to those in even worse circumstances. So compassionate she was, full of love for her fellow man. 'Twas that love which gave her child strength to endure the scorn of the other younglings. That little girl, bless her heart, she couldn't help what she was. Eventually she won them over, but those first few years were trying, even more so when she had to start fending for herself. I remember the days she spent standing on the walls, raven black hair flowing in the wind, staring out as if she were searching for her mother's face in the mist. All right. Up, loop, and here. And loop around to get back in here. Oh! She was a remarkable woman, Kiara. After everything she was forced to endure, she still remained hopeful for the future, for her daughter's future. Level 57. Okay. Some bonds are thicker than blood, but blood still defines us and divides us in the end. It's the legacy of our parents, Kiara, and we can't escape it, no matter how hard we try. So the mongrel and her pups chose to embrace theirs, to proclaim it to all and sundry. If you can understand that, then maybe you can find her on your own. All right. All right. Still looking for your mongrel? Like I said before, take your pick. Plenty around if you know where to look. Or did you fancy someone specific? Ruby red eyes and raven black hair. Huh. Someone's got unusual tastes. Afraid I can't help you, though. Won't, rather. It's bloody obvious, ain't it? Or, it's bloody obvious you ain't to the broom. Do you think I'd just tell you 'cause you asked nicely? Alright, we have to find Elphanon, who is back at the tavern now. Go in there and... Alright. Going good so far, going good so far. just a bit of story right now. Have you made any progress, Kiara? So our mongrel was born of an Elysian nobleman and a high Huron maidservant. Granted, it's no location, but it's far more information than we had before. Yes, now that her striking features are known to us, mayhap we need only remain vigilant. There must be a way we can draw the mongrel out into the open. Mayhap we should discuss this with Tataru. Speaking of which, where is Tataru? She... Oh, confound it. She went below to make inquiries on her own, didn't she? We must find her quickly, Kiara. I have a premonition this is not going to end well. Oh no. Have to make sure Tataru is safe. Oh. So she's above here. Oh, there's a destination right there. Okay. Time to survey the area. You cast your gaze over the streets below, but see no sign of Tataru. She must be around here somewhere. I take it you've had no luck either. Ah! I'm sorry, forget I said anything! Wait, down there. Isn't that Tataru? Those men are chasing her! Quickly, Kiara, after them!
Where do you think you're going, Missy?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend.
What's going on here?
What's it to you, boy? Piss off.
Hold on. I've seen them around. They're in and out of House 4 Tom's Manor all the time.
Oh, I see. Skulking about at your highborn master's bidding, eh? Bloodhounds hoping to catch a whiff of heresy, is that it?
You are quite mistaken, I assure you. We came here to help. And if you know what's good for you, you will let us pass.
Haha! Listen to the pups yapping. Come here, boy. I'll give you cause to yelp.
Enough! Leave threatening women and children to our betters. We don't have the knack.
Hey, there she is!
Hilda!
Lay a finger on the Blue Blood's pups, and you're like to lose the hand. And often I get called on by glorious heroes like yourself. So tell me, what have I done to deserve you?
So about that... Before you start, let's go somewhere a bit more private, eh? The Forgotten Knights say. All right. Go back to the Forgotten Knight because we have now made contact. Level sync. Okay.
So, while you're on your way to kill Nidhogg, you stumbled on some dirty secrets that the Holy See has been hiding for centuries.
Yep.
Hey? What are they on about?
The High Houses. And what makes a nobleman so bleeding noble? They trace their blood back to King Thordan and his Knights 12, the founders of Ishgard. But our friends here reckon we're all descended from the heroes of Eld. Highborn and lowborn alike. And so Sir Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, has gone to ask the Archbishop if he wouldn't mind letting everyone know.
Is he simple? The old bastard will have him executed for heresy.
Well, seems to me that's what the good sir wants. Seems he thinks a noble sacrifice will serve to prove his claims.
We cannot stand idly by and allow Sir Emmerich to do this. Ishgard has need of him.
Yeah,
You've a
it
good
does.
heart, I can see that. Willing to risk your neck for someone else even when his troubles ain't yours. But what's this got to do with me?
If Sir Emmerich is imprisoned in the vault, we will need all the help we can muster to breach their defenses and rescue him.
What in the hell's...
That's not good.
The unmistakable scent of heresy. And what do we have here? The honored guests of House Fortom consorting with the Queen of Rats. Ooh, plotting insurrection, I shouldn't wonder. That won't do. Sickness is wont to fester and spread. It must be burnt out ere the infection takes hold.
I reckon Sir'd be happy to wield the irons himself. Well, so happens I've got irons of my own.
That is unusual.
Such simple creatures, rats, certain to attack when caught. Let us step outside, milady. In here, your toys could hurt someone.
Oh boy. I can still... I don't think I can. Okay. Alright, they do have a healer. Let's take it out. I didn't notice them earlier. I noticed them, however, when my bios were failing. Okay.
You disgust me.
I have to keep these guys alive. Okay. Come on. Turnbull the stern. Oh, we now have a tank with us. Yay. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, there was another healer around. I hadn't even noticed. This time I did.
Filthy rats!
Okay. Doing good, doing good. Alright, he's targeting me now. Why? Why is he targeting me? Well, better he target me than he target my friends. Alright, Bio is back on him and he's going down. Duty complete.
There's no denying your gifts. A well-deserved reputation indeed.
Enough!
And he ran away.
Ugh, lucky bastard.
Nay, 'tis we who are lucky. Had we fought on, 'twas but a matter of time before our conflict claimed the life of an innocent bystander.
I thought the Heavens Ward might come here as well.
Oh. So you had a feeling about this. I mean, makes sense that they would.
They came to the Temple Knights' headquarters.
Aye. Sir Grinno announced that the Lord Commander had been imprisoned under suspicion of heresy, and that the Heavens Ward had been granted full authority in his stead.
Then the Heavens Ward now commands the Temple Knights.
Those still loyal to Sir Emmerich answer to me. Alas, that amounts to but half our number. The other half, who opposed his promotion to Lord Commander, have gathered at the vault as ordered.
Bolstering the guard already, eh? If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were expected.
I take it you're in charge around here?
Hilda. And yes, the young master was just persuading me to join his lost cause. Convincing little beggar, isn't he? Your passion moved me. A bit. That, and the fact that we're sick of living off the leavings of our betters. If you've a mind to change things around here, then we've a mind to join you.
Hey! Ally acquired. Let me guess. You're wondering why I chose the mongrel, right? Because it's what I am. And I'm not ashamed of it. Not anymore. Besides, even pure-blood pups have more in common with me than the lords and ladies up on high. Or even my pure-blood pups. Okay. None of them are well bred. Hells, some of their mothers were cast out after a spot of fun. Same as mine. Story old as time, and one we're sick of hearing. Which is why we took up arms. Not that we mean to hold all the Blue Bloods accountable, or to account. Some have done right by us. I'll allow them like them in House Fort or House Helenarte. But enough talk. Your friend's still rotting in a cell. Let's not keep him waiting. All right. We've been working in secret to undermine the Holy See and the High Houses. That much I'll acknowledge. But this nonsense about us throwing wide the gates for the heretics, it's just that. Nonsense. If not you, then who? You Temple Knights, of course. Reckoned it was your beloved Sir Emmerich's doing it first, but then I heard how he lost his head. My next best guess would be the Heavens Ward. That way, they'd have the perfect excuse to go door to door through the broom, slaughter the heretics and their sympathizers in one fell swoop. But the Heavens Ward scheme does not account for Lady Iceheart's intervention. So they have been forced to improvise. A fine bloody mess, ain't it? But the die is cast, so what's the plan? We must divert the attention of the high houses away from the city, and to do that we need the cooperation of your allies and their service. And what makes you think I have friends in high places? You would be fools not to, given your goals. Lowborn knights are ideal recruits. Most swore fealty out of a desire for a better life. If offered an opportunity to shed the yoke and live for themselves, who among them would not at least be tempted to take it? Rare is the man eager to die for a cause he does not hold dear, but it need not come to that this day. If they and their fellow knights are deployed afield and deal with a new threat, a massing of heretics, for examples, they will be unable to join in the defense of the vault. Huh. Spread false reports if an attack to get him out of harm's way, you mean? The city will not soon forget the heretics' last assault. If the high houses believe another attack is imminent, they will have no choice but to act. Can it be done? Can we trick them into leaving Ishgard? Aye. Can we keep them out for long? Not bloody likely. Make sure you're ready before I send word, because you won't get a second chance at this. Then it is decided. To the vault. The Archbishop must be held to account. And the Lord Commander granted his liberty. And the Lord Commander granted his liberty. Alright. One moment, I have to take a quick bio break. I will be right back. Going to the BRB screen for now. I am back. Hang on. I had to let my dog outside, so I'll be stepping aside to check on him every now and then. But let's go ahead and jump right back into this. All right. Hearken to me, everyone. We have two objectives: rescue Sir Emmerich and apprehend the Archbishop. We will therefore divide our forces into two parties. Estinian and I will make ready to breach the underground goal and secure our Lord Commander. We will not move, however, until the second party has entered the vault. I speak of your party, Warrior of Light. Together with Lord Harfoot and Master Alphanod, for this plan to succeed, you will need to fight your way into the highest levels of the vault, even onto the Archbishop's private chambers. When the Heavens Ward realize what you intend, they will fly to their master's side, leaving only a token force to guard the goal. Temple Knights loyal to our cause have already secured the entrance to the vault. Once you are within, they will signal to us. If all goes according to plan, we shall rejoin you with Sir Emmerich and confront the Archbishop together. Is everyone clear on their duties? Then let us do what must needs be done. Okay. Before that, I have to double check a few things. Check on my dog real quick. And I will be right back. Oh, you're just rolling around. Okay. My dog is doing fine. He is rolling around. Okay. Cold days and colder nights. A Knight's Calling is what I need to go to. Where is it, though? Oh, there it is. So let's teleport there. And, yeah. We're destroying a theocracy. So it would seem. The others are in position, Mistress Kiara. I will send word once you and your party have entered. The vault is now accessible, and it is a full-on duty. Enter with a party of NPCs. It is a level 57 area. We're getting another set of gear here, aren't we? Alright, we have a chivalric knight. We have Alphanod the Academian and a temple baronet. Alright, so a tank, and the last person is random NPC fitting the missing role. Let's get this dungeon going! Dungeon time! New dungeon, the Vault of Corthus. All right, let's go. There we go.
I shall show you something special.
Let the bio go down as we drop another sucker. All right. Let's make sure this is stable and good. There we go. All right, nothing there. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. There's another one. All right, let them go. All right, everyone keeps healed up, and bio is up.
Away with you.
All right. Let's keep on top of the bio. Oh, they're already dead. Good. Let's keep going. All right. Drop a sucker just to be safe, and then start. Alright, Deacon, that is a healer. Also, I need to... Alright. Heal up and double check everything's okay on them. Alright, that's the way we need to go. But I'm checking for any treasure coffers that I don't want to miss. All right. All right, and drop a bio on everyone. All right. All right, and they are dealt with. Let's go up. And we have our first boss fight against... We need to take out this deacon first. And he teleport... Oh, no, he transforms. Did they do what Iceheart did? If they did, they don't have the Echo to hold themselves together. Okay. This is bad. Let's get away from those. There we go. Okay, and heal. Alright, keeping bio on him, and yeah, figure we're gonna have to use this here. Heal up. Okay, nope, get away from them. Get away from the globes of light. Okay. Okay. Alright, those are bracelets. All classes. And it's not better than what I have currently equipped. Let's keep going. Okay, and bio and bio. All right. All right.
Away with you.
There we go. That was an easy enough fight. Oh, treasure coffer. Clear prisms. That's useful, actually. I made a couple of mistakes with the prisms and placing which things where, and this can help me fix that. All right.
Away with you.
All right, there we go. Okay. Everything is done there, so let's go this way. There's another treasure coffer. Oh, a priest choker. That's probably something for a healer, right? Spell speed, piety, and spell speed. Huh. Here we go. Face of the hero times 2. But the fact that the supposed holy thing is using powers of darkness does not surprise me in the slightest. Alright, let's let them take a bit more damage and then use it again. Okay. There we go. Let's see. Let's go here and here and... Okay.
Release.
Okay. Alright, and keep bio up. Alright. Alright. We are doing pretty good.
I shall show you something special.
Okay. That is done, and White Knight and Black Knight, huh? Alright, they're targeting Black Knight first, so I will as well. Oh, out of the way. Okay, so they fire laser beams. That's interesting. Okay. Almost done.
I'll cut you to pieces!
Alright, another one. But yeah, the Heaven's Word seems to have given themselves over to having the 12 knights summoned within them.
I will not yield to you!
And now transform into said knights. Alright, and okay, let's keep going. So far, so good. Oh. Alright. Here we go, and there. Okay. We're doing good so far. Oh. Sorry, I did not see you. It is a boss, and thank you. This is Kiara Frostborn, a character that was created with the help of a friend of mine and some polls on my Discord. And yes, I am a healer. This time around, I am playing the Scholar. And yes, my summon is up still. Good, good. Out of the way there. Whereas White Mage has a lot of regen effects, the Scholar has more of a barrier that pops up as they heal. Get away from that. I am towards the end of this portion. I'm probably near the end of Heaven's Word. Helionic Priest Kolbuk? Ah, so that is the healer set for this. And we go this way. Alright, there we go, and fall back a bit. I am sorry that I didn't notice your chat sooner. I was very focused on that fight. But yeah, thank you for dropping by. My dog is doing good. He's currently outside, so I'm going to check on him after a bit and make sure he's doing okay. I planned for a longer stream today. After the regularly scheduled Final Fantasy XIV, probably a bit longer than usual, I will stream some Final Fantasy III. Alright, before I go in there and check that treasure coffer, I'm going to check on my dog real quick. I will be right back. Okay. And my dog is back. Hi, bubbies. Boop. Yep, I knew it. Oh, you're targeting the White Knight first this time. Okay. Alright, there we go. And out of the way. Alright. Doing good, doing good. Alright, and grab the treasure coffer. Oh, we already have that. Alright. Nothing in here, and we're going to... But you did miss it. I had to go through a... Oh, that is the priest choker? Okay, Nope, okay. But I had to go through a dungeon, the level 55 NPC one, that allows you to fight a lot of dragons to get my scholar class up to level 56 to start turning in quests. Alright. Alright, that one? Alright. We will get through that. And a vault priest. Are these statues going to come to life? This isn't a boss, but are these statues going to come to life and attack us? I knew it! I knew it! I knew it! Okay, okay.
I shall show you something special.
Alright, we got through that. And go this way. Hall of the Spear. Alright, nothing over here, but we are mapping the entire thing for the achievement. All right. Right into your transformation. Okay. zoom out so that we can handle this. Okay. Alright, I've galvanized most of everyone. Our tank already lost his. But galvanize is a type of barrier that pops up. Okay, so you summon knights. That is what I have to watch out for with you. Keep bio up. Now that. Ah.
And now the final cut.
Okay. Let's blow these up real quick.
This shall be a mercy.
Okay. Ah. Let's heal, let's heal, let's heal.
Sickness must be purged.
This is bad. Okay. This one is not. Alright, and here. That was not the empty spot.
Sickness must be purged.
Okay. Hello, Marco. I do have an emote for Marco himself in chat.
Sickness must be purged.
Here on Twitch. Feel free to use it. Okay, over here.
Be done with you.
I have my pride.
Sickness must
All right, and we beat him and leveled up. Okay. Duty complete. This is the first stage of it. Hello. All right, let's grab the treasure chest or treasure coffer. Oh, there's an orchestra scroll and a few other things. My dog is also bringing over one of his long-lasting treats. Toll the Bells Orchestra Scroll, Stigma Orchestra Scroll, Hellenic Inquisitor's Axe, Hellenic Curious is for a pugilist, monk, and samurai. So for me, that's a monk-specific equipment. Well, pugilist currently. But make sure to drop by my Discord to vote whether or not you want to see me play through a bunch of Pokemon games.
How can this be?
Fall back!
Oh, airship escape. Emmerich, your arm. Are you okay?
Father, please! For a mercy, we were not too late.
That's good.
Why must you do this, Father? Nidhogg is fallen. There is no need for further deception. Now is the time to renounce the lies which led us down this path. To start anew!
And tear down the very pillars of our society? Our history, our values, everything we have built over 1,000 years? A fool to the last.
Look out!
Oh no. No!
Go. Asisla awaits.
Lord Orchefort!
This is not going to be the kind of wound that magic can heal, is it?
It's no good. The wound is too deep. It refuses to mend.
You are unharmed? Forgive me. I could not bear the thought of...
After being separated from all our
Do
friends.
not look at me so. A smile better suits a hero.
And he falls. And we lose a friend. I know not what to say. The others stay. They are gathered at Fort Tim's Manor. Okay. The last vigil. The others are, please enter, Mistress Frostborn. Alright, I apparently need to get my dog some more food.
Please.
I will be right back to this in just a moment. And I'm not even going to mute as I talk to my dog while I do this. Because I'm not going too far. Just have to get him a scoop of food and put it in his bowl. There we go.
Lives to serve, to protect, to sacrifice. There is no greater calling. Leave me to mourn and give chase. For my son, and for the nation he loved. Go!
That is what we can do to honor him.
His sacrifice shall not be forgotten.
My son.
All right. We need to give chase. I could not stand there in silence, but when all others had forsaken us, Lord Harfren took us in, our beacon of hope in a world of darkness. He did his utmost to raise our spirits, so that we might face our troubles with courage, with conviction, so that we might face them as knights. We must press on with our mission. Tataru, pray, return to your duties at the Forgotten Knight. Let us go and speak with Sir Emmerich, Kiara. I worry for his well-being. It's there, isn't it? Yeah. So we need to teleport to the Forgotten Night, then go north. An audience with the Lord Commander? Yes, yes, of course.
My friends, I am in your debt.
Think nothing of it. Your wounds are healing well, I trust.
Some wounds do not heal. The Founding. The Scriptures, 1,000 years of lies, all to deceive the common man. Nay, our own brothers and sisters. For the blood of the Knights 12 flows within all our veins. You knew this to be true. You knew, and you concealed it.
I should be interested to hear how you came by this knowledge. But yes, you have the right of it. The architects of Ishgard, King Thordan and his Knights 12, entrapped and butchered the great worm, Ratatoskr, that they might partake of her eyes and thereby transcend their mortal limits. Upon learning of their treachery, Nidhogg was consumed with a murderous and justified rage. I dare say you know what followed.
The great worm slew the king and half of his knights.
Aye, but Nidhogg was subdued, and his eyes plucked from their sockets by the knights that remained. Their one mistake was to show mercy, for from his brother Hreisvelger did Nidhogg receive a new eye, thus rejuvenating his form and empowering him to embark upon an eternal quest for vengeance.
Whilst Thordan's son Haldreth took one of Nidhogg's eyes and learned to wield its power in defense of his people.
Thus was the first Azure Dragoon born, and ever since that time, his honored successors have risen to drive Nidhogg from our lands whenever the worm has returned to plague us.
But what of the other eye?
I ask you, my son, will you answer for my sins? Will your son and his son answer for me as well?
What do you mean?
If a man cannot atone for his sins in the course of his all too fleeting life, must his progeny then be held to account? Must every subsequent generation be judged as well? Thorin's betrayal of Ratatoskr was an unconscionable, unforgivable sin. Should we then, as his descendants, meekly surrender ourselves to an eternity of punishment? Nay, say I. I would not see our children sacrificed in a vain attempt to appease an implacable foe. Dragons are not like us, my son. To they who live forever, the wrongs of antiquity are as those of yesterday. No reparations shall ever suffice. This fact alone should serve as ample justification for our actions. Yet some refuse to see it as such. For men like you, who yearn to commit themselves to a nobler cause, a more compelling narrative is required.
You mean a manipulation?
This is your solution. This is how you protect our people. You have given us a lost cause, a death sentence. With your compelling narrative, you but doom our countrymen to give their lives for a lie.
And they do so gladly. Highborn and lowborn alike are proud to serve, to fight and die for their country.
For a lie.
And what would you say to them? What would you tell the wives who have lost their husbands? The mothers who have lost their sons? That their loved ones died for naught? Over the course of 1,000 years, countless men have donned these robes, and every one of them came to accept the necessity of this solution. Once, I hoped you might come to accept it as well. Do not despair, my son. Soon I shall free us from the sins of antiquity, and bring about the change you so fervently desire. If he has spoken with others, I would have their names. Escort him to a cell and question him thoroughly.
Oh boy.
Your Eminence.
You saw something, did you not? A vision of the past?
A recent past.
So this is the power of the Echo. Would that it had shown you a finer moment from my past. 'Twas an exercise in futility, as you saw. Faced with the firmity of his conviction and his many ready rejoinders, my words deserted me. To be frank, I am embarrassed to recall it.
A friend once impressed upon me the importance of differentiating between words, deeds, and beliefs. Were he here, I suspect he would judge your father's conviction to be no more than rank, self-serving delusion. Even so, I cannot help but wonder what manner of change he intends to bring about.
I have given some thought to that as well. During the battle within the vault, the Heaven's Ward demonstrated strange and unnatural abilities.
Yeah, that's kind of what
The
I
manner in
said.
which Sir Zephyrin struck down Lord Horschiffon was unlike anything I've ever seen before.
Yeah.
The spectacle called to mind King Thornton and his Knights 12 as they are depicted in scripture, holy powers and all.
Mere fabrications, which have become objects of faith, instilled with the belief of countless devoted souls.
Primals.
7 hells!
If Lady Iceheart can use her own body as a vessel for summoning, I see no reason why others could not.
Are the Heaven's Ward truly so reckless?
Unbelievable.
As they fled, my father spoke of Aziz La. Though I know not what he intends, I fear no good shall come of it. His ambitions are too great, and his minions too powerful. We must find the Heaven's Ward and stop my father before it is too late.
Agreed. Mr. Sprossboard, Master Alphanon, I, Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights of Ishgard, do hereby entreat the aid of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Our aid in preventing whatever it is the Archbishop intends. Your aid in bringing him to justice. Too much blood has been spilled for the lies he perpetuated. No more! Alright, pursue him to the end of the world, so I'll say. Thank you, Kiara. I have heard many men make such pledges, but you speak in earnest. Much has changed since our order's founding, but our duty to combat the primal threat has not. If the Archbishop and the Heavens Ward are guilty of the crime of summoning, then Kiara and I will stop them. Would that I could join you in the pursuit, but alas, my father's absence has thrown our government into chaos. Ever since the founding of our nation, there has been an archbishop to serve as a guiding light for the masses, a force for stability, to counterbalance the high house's ceaseless maneuvering. Convincing the people to recognize the truth of our origins would have been difficult even with my father's support. The road ahead is that much more fraught with peril without it. Yet, walk it we must. For unity is more vital to our survival than ever. After all, Nidhogg's death did not mark the cessation of Dravian hostilities. Far from it. We will have greater need of each other in the days to come. You may ever count on my lance, Sir Emmerich. To my dying breath I shall defend Ishgard from the Horde. If I may, Lord Commander, I would like to assist the Scions in their search for the Archbishop. Kiara, Master Alphinaud, pray, attend to me outside. Very well. With me, Kiara. I believe we have much to discuss. Quest complete, but you say you want a revolution is achieved, and we gained a level. We're now level 59. Also, let's double check that we have... Oh, we do have something we can equip. To Soliel, or the Soliel was eastward bound, so I sent word to Camp Cloudtop on the off chance the airship passed nearby. Sure enough, Lady Lynette informed me that it had been sighted by her scouts. Then the Archbishop is somewhere in the Sea of Clouds, or was not long ago. The airship has not been seen since it disappeared into the northern reaches of the Blue Window, or near the Blue Window. Alas, because of the region is firmly held by the Vanu and not easily accessible from Camp Cloudtop, House Helionet has yet to establish a foothold. We will need not only an airship, but a captain bold enough to risk the Beastman's wrath. I think we both know the perfect candidate, Kiara. Let us pray, or let us pay a visit to Master Garland at the Sky Steel Manufactory. I see. Then I will take my leave for now. There are other matters which require my attention. Well, with a destination in mind, alright, and Sid, we have problem. Help. The dastardly duo. What mischief have you two been up or getting up to lately? You haven't heard, have you? I hardly know where to start. So we started off and tell him everything. He was a good man. Sid, have you ever heard of Aziz Leah? The Archbishop spoke of it before he fled. No, but it's probably some source of phenomenal cosmic power that's key to his plans. From what he told Kiara, the Yassians tried to tempt him as they tempted Gaius with the Ultima weapon. Even if he spoke true about playing along, I can see him attempting to seize it. As if we needed another reason to pursue him. Well, I'm convinced. The Enterprise is at your disposal. Come to the airship landing when you're ready to depart. Heh. It's just as well. After pulling you out of the fire these last few times, I reckon I was due to deliver you into it. Yep, that's it. Complete the quest. Alright, Elphanod. Into the fire, is it? In any case, I should inform Tatru of our plans. Pray, go on ahead to the airship landing. I shall join you anon. All right. Alright, the airship landing is in the other area. No, it was here. No, it is over here. Wait. Not saying the blue. Into the blue is over here. Oh, there it is. Okay. I had to find it. Alright, there's Sid. The boys have been hard at work preparing for our flight, and I'm pleased to say we're ready to depart. That is, as soon as a certain... Ah! Pray forgive my lateness. Tatru and I had much to discuss. We still have no news of the missing scions, but she assures me that Oringer and Riol are, pursuing promising leads. Come, come. We can continue this discussion aboard the Enterprise. The others are awaiting you on board the Enterprise, Kara. Shall we get going?
To the northern reaches of the Sea of Clouds, where countless isles yet remained uncharted. In search of a mysterious land known as Azizlar, and the unmasked villain who sought to claim its secrets. Oblivious to the new threat which followed in their wake, they came.
A new thread that followed in our wake. From here, Camp Cloudtop looks rather small, or rather far. Be on your guard, Kira. The Vanu could be anywhere, even watching us as we speak. Assuming the Seol is here, I doubt she will come to us. We should begin searching the Isles in earnest. Of course, we must remain vigilant for Vanu scouts as well. I would rather avoid needless bloodshed. Oh, random ether current. Logs of travel. Ether currents. Okay, the Sea of Clouds is a separate one, and there is one that we haven't been to there and there. What we need to do here, I finally figured out, is an emote. This is something you have to do on some quests. You search the skies for the seal, but see nothing resembling the missing airship. Oh, there we go. Emotes. Look out again. Okay, here we go. A level sync. Familiar faces, it says. Mayhap this effort was doomed to failure. Begs mercy of Netherlings. Does not fight. Does not wish to die. Or was that a Vanu being attacked? But by whom? Over there. Imperial troops? Ishgardians! Or Ishgardians? Seize them! They'll know where the Archbishop is. The enemy of my enemy. We have no choice. With me, Kiara. Protect the Vanu. Alright, we have a healer of theirs here. Let's take care of it first. Alright, once I'm done with this Centurion, I will help you, Elfanaut. I am getting targeted. Okay. There's another Medica. Okay. Alright, now let's get rid of the gunship. There are no healers currently. That is the biggest part. No, get away from there. Alright. Alright. And duty complete. We actually succeeded. Okay. I was worried there for a bit. Netherlings save Lanu Vanu from certain death. Showers Netherlings with thanks like summer squall. Lanu Vanu knows not what wind bears Netherlings to Cloud Sea, but warmly welcomes them. Shows gratitude where gratitude is due. The Devourer of Worlds. Lanu Vanu owes much and more to to Netherlings, as saviors, as heroes. Zaudu welcomes you. To village we go. To north. Come, come. So the Garleans were searching for the Archbishop and believed that the Vanu Vanu knew something of his whereabouts. Methods notwithstanding, they may have the right of it. I conclude that we should accept Lanu Vanu's offer of hospitality and visit his village. All right. Oh, ether current. Hang on, I need to go to companion, actions, need to put you in defender stance. And fight this thing. Alright. Was able to avoid the giant bug there. Alright. This way. This way, this way, this way. Alright, there's an aetheryte there, and that is where we need to go. Alright, we were able to get away from it. Like breeze guides leaves to rest, come and lay down your burdens, netherlings. Lanu Vanu throws wide arms in greetings. Behold, Okza Zudu, Zundu, Okzundu. Okay. I like how their aetherite is very different from what we're used to. Far more, a far warmer welcome than the one you received from the Vondu, I think. Ha! Vondu bluster and blow hither and yon. Sound and fury like aimless gale. Eh? What unseen lightning begets such thunderous report? Oh. There you are. Did you see it? It's that damned flying whale again. The Imperials are after it. Where? The where? The white? The white? Bismarck. He's wounded. Oh. What? But the 12th, did that beast just eat that island? Oh, insatiable wight. Oh, devourer of worlds. Why must you torment us? Ah, Lanu Vanu wastes no more words on his unfathomable deeds. Come, Netherlings, come and break words with Chief of Zondu. Okay, there are two things I'm thinking right now. We're about to fight Bismarck. And we just got another ally while having a lot to do for our Sylph allies still. Zondu sell it, Zondu fix it. With wisdom deep as nethers and eyes as clear as cloudless blue, Sanu Vanu speaks for Zondu. Hearken to his words. Netherlings deliver Lanu Vanu from the claws of steel-shoed fiends, and prove nobility. He knows not to ignore Zephyr's winds, and brings before you with all haste. Soft rains soothe the heat, and sunshine warms our heart and sunshine to warm. Gratitude of Sanu, chief of Zondu, is boundless. We are honored to meet you, Chief Sanu. I am Alphanon, Levier, and these are my companions, Kira Frostborn and Sid Garland. We are come in search of an airship, a flying vessel of the Nethers, which we believe somewhere in the Cloud Sea. I believe is somewhere in the Cloud Sea. Ah, like black steel shod contraption from which you save Lanuvanu? Alas, no. That ship belongs to the Garlean Empire. An old enemy of ours, though not the enemy we are looking for at present. Then men who are the men we seek wear armor of purest white and are led by an older man in white robes. Wait! Anuvanu hear tell of these netherlings. You do? Are you certain? As sun rises and falls and returns, we are. Zondu scouts can testify to words of Lanuvanu. Aye. Winds carry purpose of netherlings to our ears as well. Netherlings seek keys to Azela. Now we're getting somewhere. No, that's wrong voice. Now we're getting somewhere. Tell us, Chief Sanu, what exactly is this Azisla? Beware, netherlings, for blackest clouds portend greatest danger. Look not into heart of tempest. There lies ancient birthplace of sin, home of forbidden secrets. To speak more is to call the wind. But the white devours isle where key is kept. Deep within billowing of mighty Bismarck, or bowels of mighty Bismarck, it lies, beyond reach of the foolhardy. And beyond ours. Rejoice not his gluttony, Lanuvanu, for as stone gives way to water, and wind all yields to the white. This he knows, Chief Sanu. Madness of Vandu bodes ill for all Vanu. Complete quest. We're going to get more lore of these bird people. Okay. So, Isla is home to forbidden secrets, accessible only to the bearer of a key which Archbishop covets. Much as I would like to believe it's safe within the belly of Bismarck, the Knights of Heavensward wield primal powers. If we do not slay the whale and claim the key first, they surely will. Quite how we will go about it is another matter. As was the case with our battle with Leviathan, we are out of our element. And this time we have far fewer allies to call upon. Be that as it may, our customary approach still holds true. We must begin by learning more about the white. Let us each question the residents of the village, then regroup and share our findings anon. The Netherlings seek knowledge of the White, then speak with Konuvali, foremost keeper of tales. But neglect not present self with humility, or collect, but neglect not to present self with humility and respect. As sun yields to moon and moon to sun, Netherlings must greet Konuvali with a bow. Alright, let's talk to the Sullot. Disciple of Magic Gear. Okay. Wait. Oh. I need the healing ones. Okay. Alright, there we go. Alright, so what we're talking for is to the north. And we need to find him and bow to him to get him to tell us the stories of Bismarck. There you are. Emote. Zephyr winds at your back and sunshine to warm your brow. Traveler from below, Kanu Valley, keeper of tales, hears your words, and she remembers. Okay, female one. In times long ago, this land elsewhere before even the clouds see, the White is one among many. Newborn, he swims beside his many brothers in sea of endless water. But hated the white whale is, for his brothers are purest black. So great is their contempt, their loathing, that they turn upon him and rend his flesh asunder. And so he falls, only to rise again. For merciful gods raise him to the heavens, and there he is reborn. The white still longs for a sea below, which he cannot return, or to which he cannot return. But in rebirth, a splinter of the divine is shared, and so he opens his maw, and from whence come the clouds, a new sea is born, and a new sea is born, home to him alone. Content, he gazes below and sees others who are as he, hated and hunted. He weeps, and in his benevolence he raises up isles of earth and guides these people to the cloud sea. Such is the tale of his rebirth and the salvation of the Vando. May it never be forgotten, or may it never be forgot. But this demon which menaces the cloud sea, his rage is that of the Vondu, his hunger that of a wild beast. The isles are his gift to us, yet now he must consume them. Kanu Valley knows no tales like this. Okay. Okay. So, according to the Vanu Vanu, the Sea of Clouds and the Floating Isles were gifts from Bismarck to his people. Gifts which he has taken to eating, yes. Technically within his right, I suppose, if perhaps a little generous. Gods, eh? But what of you, Elphanon? Did you learn aught of value? Alas, no. That is, unless you have an interest in the intricacies of Vonu sky fishing. Sky fishing? My gods, that's it, Alphanon, my boy. From what we've observed, Bismarck is a creature of pure instinct, driven primarily by hunger. When wounded by the Imperials, it fled, but not before devouring another island to restore his strength. What I propose is this. We tow a suitably appetizing island through the Sea of Clouds, in essence, fishing for our flying whale. Once we draw Bismarck out of hiding, we shall use dragon killers to fire grapnels into the beast's hide, then reel it in close, enabling our resident Icon Slayer to engage it directly. A bold plan, Master Garland, but an exceedingly dangerous one. Should Kiara fail to subdue the creature, she would almost certainly be eaten, along with the rest of your appetizing island. Oh, she won't fail. If anything does go wrong, it'll be at the helm of the Enterprise, or I'll be at the head of the Enterprise, ready to tow her out of trouble. I wouldn't entrust a task like this to anyone else. Nor, I trust, have you no objections to me joining you as well. Not at all. The more the merrier. Right then. It seems the boys and I have a lot of work to do if the Enterprise is to be ready for our fishing trip. Well, you two need to find me some bait. And not just any island, mind. I want a mouthful at most. All right. With that, I think we're going to call Final Fantasy XIV here. I hope you all had a wonderful day, night, evening, whatever you're up to, whenever you're up to, wherever you're up to it, however you're up to it, and whoever you're up to it with. Make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe down below if you're watching this on YouTube as a VOD. If you're here live on Twitch, make sure to drop me a follow. And if you're watching on YouTube and you enjoyed my content, check out this channel in the middle. It's where all of my VODs are. If you're not really sure where to start, this one on the right is a playlist of me playing a different game. And if my stuff wasn't for you, but you stuck around anyway, over here on the left is a video YouTube thinks you will like. Have a good one, everyone. Bye.